Denver, Colorado for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That sack by Khalil Mack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Check, 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Smooth. Mike 5'9. Come off the ball.
To try again after the sack. Locke forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 60 yards.
Watch the flag.
Hey, team 6. Hey, Jack, ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. Not interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 18.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Matthews, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Hey, let go.
On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points. Stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 14-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
2nd and 11. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Spike.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Line 54. They're going to need some.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. They find some open field here. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
Pull it high. Alert. Hey, high 7.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Trubisky will throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now Gordon on first down. And an alley to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30. The 20. 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there by Gordon. 69 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Ready?
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm here all day.
Ready?
Lock now on 3rd and goal. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it from no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check three.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Lock in.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Check 26.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is one, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Locke. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Locke to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andrew Beck with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own.
Ellen, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Locke. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll make it third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing his Locke on third down. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Check 52.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run. This is Cohen. And some room to work. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Locke going to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Now Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go. 60 or. Hey, Charlie.
Watch the run. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Hurry up.
On 3rd down, Locke, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Welcome back now to Denver. And we've got a dandy here, a 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Cohen. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bears take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken very short. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, play the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
18. They're not ready. Alert.
On third down, Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Eluding the pressure right. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. To throw it is Locke. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. To throw again on second down. Locke. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Come on, set.
They'll come out in the pistol. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Hey, exit.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the run.
Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Oh, here we go. Oh, watch twist. Undercrunch. Check safety. Move.
Now it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Lock in.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is taken about 7 yards deep. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking too.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final try for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bears, It was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next.